Now, if only someone can make one that does Sonic the Hedgehog characters and Dragon Ball characters, we'd be fucking set. Commission artists would lose all of their jobs. We wouldn't need anything on the internet anymore. Robots will rule all of the art industry.
Oh no!
The
The artists are
dystopia
not
is
gonna be
here.
happy.
The dystopia is here. Today we are going to be having a discussion. Today's discussion is going to be on Pokemon, something that Luminous really likes a lot. So it's nice to be able to talk about something that she's into for a change.
Yeah. Well, I'm really into a lot of the other stuff we talk about. It's just Pokemon's something I know a lot more about than most of the other stuff we tend to cover.
Yeah, so it's nice to give you a video where you can take the lead. One thing that has been happening on YouTube for a few months now is that YouTubers are creating their own Pokemon. Now, there are some YouTubers that create their Pokemon from scratch. That's fan fiction stuff. It's fine. It's been going on since like the 1990s. No one can stop fan fiction. Technically, fan fiction goes all the way back to Sherlock Holmes, but I don't want to get into that discussion today. But with Pokemon, when you just make your own Pokemon, it's a fan character. That's what it is. But with these guys, it's different because they are using AI to generate Pokemon. And this is very interesting to me because it puts limitations on the creativity and it makes people really have to stretch what they can do. It almost feels like what the Pokemon devs have to do when coming up with Pokemon. Sky isn't the limit. You have very strict guidelines. Make a Pokemon.
Yep. And I really like it because it forces you to flex your creativity because instead of being free to do whatever you want or even limit yourself to some slightly stricter things, the blueprints are already laid out for you. You just have to interpret it and make it actually look like a Pokemon from there.
Yeah. And the websites these people are using is Dall-E, which Dall-E is a website where you give it a prompt and then it takes that prompt and tries to make an abomination out of it. People use a thing on Discord where you can give it a prompt, but that one was confusing and I didn't fuck with that. I've actually fucked with Dall-E to make some of my thumbnails, but I'm not fucking with that Discord one, but they use it. And there is a website where you can generate a random animal to base something off of and a random Pokemon type. I've seen them do that. And lastly, there is a site where it just auto-generates random Pokemon. And I've also seen one that auto-generates Pokemon fusions that people use to draw stuff too. This has been a thing for a while now.
Exactly, yeah. And I both really like Dall-E and don't like it at the same time, because sometimes you can get some really cool stuff, other times all the things really look the same and you don't really get much of an answer at all for what you're looking for, and you have to type stuff very specific to get what you want.
And it can't do hands.
It, but... yeah, no hands.
Or faces.
No. So I do like doing Dall-E, but at the same time I don't think it's the best option. The Discord, like, I think their concept is cool, but I don't really understand the Discord. I don't really want to go to a Discord to do that. I'd rather just be able to go to a website like Dall-E to do it. And I really like the concept of using a random generator to create an animal and give you a random type, because with things like Dall-E and some of the other ones, it's just going to give you kind of a blob and you have to assemble it yourself into kind of looking like an animal or even something more human-esque like Trubbish or Voltorb or something like that. With doing the animal thing with the type, it makes it more restricted. You've got this specific animal, you have to make it work within these type parameters. Of course, can't always work. Like, say you get a cheetah and it's bug flying type, like, that's not gonna work, of course, but I like doing the random animal with the random type a lot more than the others. But there's also one where you can choose a type and it'll give you a randomly assigned Pokemon based on all the other 800 plus Pokemon that there are. and kind of try to model it off of those, especially the ones within that type bracket. You could do a specific color, and it'll take all the Pokemon of a specific color and try to give you a Pokemon based off of that. Or you could just go completely random. It'll give you a completely random Pokemon based on everything. And I really like this one. I think it's a little better than Dall-E, but at the same time, it still has a major issue of not being the best, because most of what you get does not work. Most of them are just blobs, but it's kind of what you get when it's trying to fuse a bunch of things into looking coherent.
Yeah, honestly, out of all of them, I think the last one is probably the best one, because when it comes to random animal, random type, that's okay. Like, with that, if you're really creative, then you can do something with it. But when it comes to purely having something to make into a Pokemon, it's really nice to see the basis of a Pokemon already assembled. So, this thing, taking bits and pieces from all Pokemon that ever existed, kind of already gives you a nice little framework. So I think that one's the best one, and you can choose what Pokemon you want to look like, you can choose what colors you want, what attributes you want, what types you want. Honestly, I think the last one is the most preferred if you want to make your own fake Pokemon.
Yeah, honestly, because I will agree, the animal and the random type one, like, it's not going to be preferred for most people, just because it probably will stump a lot of people, because it's like, well, what do I do with this? Maybe they get too many ideas, or they just can't come up with anything at all. Maybe they make something too generic. So the last one, like, it definitely gives you the framework. It gives you something really cool, something that already does look more like a Pokemon, something that Dall-E could do. And some of the designs you could come from making these can look really, really cool. And it's one of my favorite ones to use for sure.
Now, if only someone can make one that does Sonic the Hedgehog characters and Dragon Ball characters, we'd be fucking sick. Commission artists would lose all of their jobs. We wouldn't need anything on the internet anymore. Robots will rule all of the art industry.
Oh no!
The dystopia is here.
Happy.
The dystopia is here.
Panic in the streets.
If you want to use any of these programs, I'm going to try to link as many as I can in the description below. I don't know about the Discord one. I'll see if I can get a link to that, but who knows.